Hey everybody, happy Thursday. So I am super excited about this panel because our prep session was fantastic, and everything that Janine and Kevin and Cameron talked about last panel, I think is going to be relevant to this panel. And Janine, I am also very competitive, and I can assure you this will be I see you. This will be the most fun panel. So, for those of you who don't know Crisp, we've done a lot of Brand Innovators event. They're an enormous, a terrific partner of ours. We are a data platform that helps brands get the most out of the data that their retailers already provide to them. So, for those of you who sell in store or in channel through retailers, imagine having data available, sales data and inventory data available to you on a nightly basis that you can plan, activate, and measure against. So, what we talked about on the last panel, pretty cool stuff in terms of being near real time and how is your media actually working for you. So, without further ado, that is me, that is Crisp. I'm going to ask Palmer to introduce herself.
Hello. Okay. So hi everyone, I'm Palmer Curdts. I am the Director of Marketing for the Jewels portfolio at Mondelez. It's a huge portfolio, 17 brands, and we have a lot of really fun. It's funny when we were talking about Edible being a granny brand, we identify some of our brands that way. So Honey Maid, Premium Saltines, but the brand that we're here to talk to you about today is certainly not a granny brand. It is Nutter Butter, and we are very excited to tell you more.
Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin Bolmarcich and I'm a brand manager at Mondelez. So my biggest brands are Nutter Butter and Teddy Grahams, but I have 10 out of the 17 Jewel brands. I have Fig Newtons as one of them, which is a pretty big granny brand, so it was good to listen to the speech before me. But thanks for letting me be here.
And I would be enormous if I actually worked with Mondelez. Everybody who has heard me speak, I always start this. My favorite Mondelez brand. It is on our website. We have to pick our favorite food item is an Oreo. So when we were talking about Nutter Butters, there was a little bit of competition here, but I do love a Nutter Butter.
Yeah, we're also very competitive, and when we can outperform Oreo, we are thrilled.
Yeah. So I think we're going to start with a video. Do we have that queued up? There are a lot of blank stares. Okay, we can roll.
Yeah.
We can roll. I'd love to show the video because I do think the visual tells a ton of stories. So, Palmer, you've been with Nutter Butter now for a couple of years. What was the brand position when you came in? What is it now? How has it evolved?
Yeah, so Nutter Butter has always been a really innovative brand, and we've leaned into Gen Z for a long time. So that's something that has been a big part of our plan for the last 3 years plus. And we were the first brand at Mondelez to go on to TikTok. And in some ways it was because there was a comfort level with experimentation on the brand. And so that's something that we've really leaned into as a brand, especially in the last, let's call it 5 years, because we felt like we kind of had a right to play. And as we kind of got onto TikTok and saw what our audience reacted to, we really saw that we were resonating with Gen Z. And so we sort of started with, very typical things on TikTok. Memes were working really well. We did that. But over time, we've really evolved a lot. And a lot of that is because of co-creation with our audience. So we'll get into that in more detail. But basically, we've always been a brand that's very open to experimentation and a brand that's really leaned into Gen Z and that culture piece.
And Caitlin, Nutter Butter, Fig Newton, how does Nutter Butter fit into the wider Mondelez, even Jewel portfolio?
Yeah, so it's a really great complement to our other two brands of Oreo and Chips Ahoy. So I'd say the three of us are kind of the sweet brands of the portfolio. And Nutter Butter really provides a lot of uniqueness to the other two. It's peanut butter based, obviously. It kind of dominates the segment of peanut butter sandwich cookies. And it's unique. Its asset, the shape of the cookie, is really recognizable, and it really just plays well in the portfolio.
Yeah, super cool. Do we have the video, or we're not going to be able to show it? We're not going to be able to show it.
I can just give a very quick primer.
Yes.
So if you have not seen Nutter Butter's TikTok and you are over the age of 25, you're going to be confused. It is a very we've recently gone really super mega viral. Like we've gotten over 3 billion impressions. We've gotten 250 million views on our TikTok page, and that has all been organic. And so that is something that I think really speaks to how well this material is resonating with Gen Z. So if you have not seen Caitlin being interviewed by the New York Times and CNN, if you have not seen the TikTok yet, I recommend that you approach it with some caution. It is intentionally very particular to Gen Z's aesthetic. So words that we throw around a lot are chaotic, unsettling. So those are the words that we're using when we're briefing with the agency. So if you haven't seen it yet, I really encourage you to do it, and then we can answer more questions in the break.
Yeah. So I've been to a lot of Grateful Dead shows. I love my Fish shows. I have seen a lot of things. I have never seen anything like this. So this is absurdity at its finest, and frankly, it must have been a heck of a risk to take to say, okay, this is where we're going to go with this brand. And if you haven't seen it, there's this whole 3 billion views says enough, but there's this whole meme around, hey, Nutter Butter, are you okay? By other brands. So it is. I strongly encourage you to watch it. So how did you lean into that absurdity? And did it make you nervous when you started down this path?
I don't know why you think putting shrimp on Nutter Butter is absurd. I mean, why would that be? No, I think one of the real keys to this has been our agency. It's Dentsu. They have been incredible partners for us, and so we've spent a lot of time talking to them about like what are the right boundaries for this brand. Where can we go? Where can't we go? And so although the material feels very intense when you first look at it, I think what we realized is there's a real strategy here. Like Gen Z is very engaged with this material. This is something that really speaks to them. And so we didn't really feel like it was that risky in some ways because we sort of felt like, occasionally something goes viral in a very bad way, right? But a lot of the time it's more ephemeral. And we also felt like we were doing a lot of co-creation, not just with the agency, but with our audience as well. And so although the material is like a little out there, it never felt that risky, especially because we sort of took it over time.
Well, you also did it organically. You weren't really promoting it. So if it didn't catch on, okay, what's the worst that's going to happen? Yeah. So I get it. Yeah.
And it's been sort of a longer. Again, we've been doing this for over 2.5 years with this sort of strategy, and so it's something that we've built trust with the agency over time. And actually, Caitlin, you've worked more closely on this, so I don't know if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to understand how when you launched this, was there a pit in your stomach? How long did you think it would take to catch on? How long did it take to catch on? And now clearly it's this incredible thing.
Yeah, I think in today's society, it's really easy for things to go left. So, of course, always nervous in that way, and especially when you have brands like Oreo and Chips Ahoy in the portfolio. So, always a little bit of nervous, but the agency knows that, and they've been really great to work with and calm me at ease and to do all of that stuff. But yeah, we've been doing this for quite some time, and we've gone viral before. This isn't the first time. Obviously, this is a different scale of virality, but we know that it's been working from the glimmers of virality we've gotten throughout the years, and that's on all platforms. It's been on X, it's been on Instagram, and this time it's TikTok. So it really does work across platforms in that way. I don't know if anyone knows the origin story, but we have a super fan. His name is Aiden. He was a college kid, and he just started commenting on his name on all of our posts. So we started planting his name as an Easter egg in our content, and people were really confused. Who is Aiden? Why is Nutter Butter talking about him? And it really cultivated this community of Gen Z followers. And we've been doing this for like 2 years now. So it's been crazy to kind of use Aiden as a character in our Nutter Butter world, and we've been able to create some other characters. The Nutter Butter Man, which is from our 1970s commercials. I know the group before us talked about nostalgia. Nutter Butter, even though our social media is geared toward Gen Z, it's a very nostalgic brand for a lot of people. It's been around since the 60s, and we don't have huge marketing around it, right? You're not going to see a TV ad on Nutter Butter, and you probably won't. So we have to get a little bit crafty with having this nostalgic brand and engaging the new generation, just like most of us have to.
And sticking with the social channels, so X, YouTube, TikTok, it's Instagram, etc. It sounds like this primarily is a TikTok focused. And how are you measuring the success of this? Clearly, views makes a lot of sense, but is it translating into sales, into some measure of brand awareness?
I think what's been so interesting about this whole thing is just reading all the comments. Like, I think we sat on our couch for like 2 weeks, and like every night for 4 hours, I was reading every single comment, like just to kind of get the pulse check on where it's at. And the craziest thing that we found is that it really is transcending all generations. We're having people that are talking about, like, I haven't thought about Nutter Butter or had one in 20 and 30 years, and I just bought one at the store today. So, like, it's not just Gen Z. We think it's very relatable in regards to what's gone viral throughout the years, right? There's like Adult Swim, I'm a millennial. Like, there's just been a lot of different ways that this brand has resonated with people. And that's the biggest misconception that we have is that, yes, like maybe Gen Z is the one that understands it the most, but it's resonating across brands. So, in regards to who we're seeing come to us, it really does run the gamut in regards to generations, which has been super exciting. But we are seeing like household penetration grow for Gen Z and things like that. So we're still keeping a pulse on that in multiple ways.
So how do you measure success? Is it household penetration? Is it repeat purchase? Is it just, and again, without giving any numbers, but just generally, how are you measuring?
Yeah, so I mean, again, on the social side of things, we've gone with this most recent virality from 400,000 TikTok followers to 1.3 million, and that happened in 2 weeks. And so it's been really enormous. So that is very easily measurable, obviously. I think household penetration is one of the biggest things that we've seen change, and obviously this all started in like mid-September, so we're still kind of in the phase where we're like, is this going to be a sustainable change for the brand? Like, what are sort of the knock-on effects? So we have seen some great sales numbers, we've seen some good share numbers, but the household penetration piece of it is actually the piece that has been the most important for us, because as a brand, we have resonated with Gen Z for a long time. We haven't always seen them purchase us as much, and this has really shifted that. And so that's been a really big piece of this for us, and us measuring this as a success.
And is that the most surprising piece of this strategy?
I think honestly, I mean, the most surprising piece is how many people from different generations this has resonated with, because this material is very solidly aimed at Gen Z. But as we've looked at who has started to follow us on TikTok, it's millennials, it's Gen Xers, and it's boomers. I mean, so you can it's very difficult, obviously, to grow followings penetration with even one of those groups, much less all of them. And it's been really fun and interesting to see how not only have the comments been very supportive, but there's a whole culture of like reaction videos around our TikTok. That's why it got so big, and that has really run the gamut. And there are a lot of people who are like Gen X or boomers who are like, I remember the ads from the 1970s. Like, I hadn't thought about it in 30, 40 years, but now that I do, I realize like this brand was always like kind of crazy, because our ads from the 70s are very like, the Nutter Butter Man is very creepy. And so it's
Creepy.
And so it's funny to see people like react to that with nostalgia. So I think that has been surprising. And then I think not surprising exactly, but exciting for us is there is a whole strategy behind this. Like, there is deep lore in our page, and lore is something that is a very like Gen Z word, but it basically means there are characters, there are storylines, like there is, and that is something that we've thought about very clearly with our agency.
Yeah, and when Kevin was talking about the brand and going from
Yeah.
edible and changing how the brand is perceived, and it's not just this; it's how it makes you feel, and that's exactly what you're referring to.
Yeah, and I think what's been really gratifying for us and for our agency is seeing people get that. So there are not only a lot of reaction videos, there are a lot of like YouTube explainer videos now about Nutter Butter that are like, okay, guys, here's who Aiden is, here's who Nadia is, this is what the Nutter Butter Man stands for, and it's been really exciting to see our community, which was already engaged, grow, and for that engagement to really grow amongst a much broader swath of people. So not surprising surprising. It's definitely what we hoped for, but it's really exciting.
It's truly insane. So when you and your partner at Dentsu get together and talk about what's next, and we'll get to the what's next question a little later, but how often is content being created by you and the Dentsu folks versus how much are you relying upon creators to come in over the top and extend what's going on?
I think what's really interesting about how we operate and how Dentsu operates is that we really let our community draft the brief for us, right? So Dentsu is really having that white space. They're always in the comments, and we're really letting our followers and our people that are commenting tell the story. So if we see something, we let them kind of drive the conversation and let them be a part of it. And that's why, we're on Reddit. There's game theorists trying to figure things out, but it's really the fans that are giving us the content. And that's what's really unique and what's working for us. And that can go in a million different ways. Sometimes we know exactly where it's going. Sometimes we honestly don't, because we let those fans kind of give us a pulse check at all times. And that's what makes it unique.
Very cool. And so this has been going on now for 3 years? 3 years. So it's hopefully sticking around. But how do you make sure that it stays fresh? It is, I don't want to be too journalist here, but Gen Z is somewhat notorious for jumping around from things to things. Oh, I'm done with this. Now it's time to go on to this. How do you maintain that relevance with them?
Yeah, I think we've been doing this for 3 years, but it's looked really different, like Palmer talked about before. So it was like straight meme content to we did a lot of deep fried, they're calling it, which is like a filter over all of our content. And now we're kind of in this horror fanfic, if you will. But we know where it's going and we don't know where it's going. Like I said, the fans are the ones that are kind of driving the conversation. One thing that I like to talk about, though, is last year for April Fool's Day, we posted a branded piece of content that we were taking the brand in a different direction and that our content was going to shift. And we started posting recipe videos and just very generic things that most of the other brands do. And our fans were deeply upset. And it was very funny to watch. But it just shows, we have this community and it's working for us and they really want to see it continue. But that was just really funny to see the recipe content, because we have a lot of recipe content out there. If you go on Pinterest, we're huge. Like I said, we've been around since the 1960s. We're used in baking, so it's really fun to kind of have the balance between the two and figure out how we have to activate that on organic social.
So what is next?
That's a secret.
Give us some hints. Drop some Easter eggs for us.
No, I mean, I think that what we are always striving for on this brand is to keep it fresh and new and push it in different directions. And I think that that's something that having this deep trust with our agency really allows for. And that deep trust between us and them has allowed us to then sell this in sort of higher up the chain, especially when it's very hard to argue with the results that we've gotten, right? And so that has continued to give us a little bit of leeway to sort of open ourselves up to ideas and say, all right, if we took it in this direction, how might that look? What would we want to plan that out? So I mean, something that we actually just dropped this week. I think it's posted now. The YouTube piece. Yeah. So we were like, well, most of our content on TikTok is very short form. It's 6 to 15 seconds. What if we did a long form? And so we just put something on YouTube that's a long form video. We'll see how it does. And whether that opens up a totally new channel for us, because YouTube is not something that we've been doing much with, even though the YouTube community is very interested in engaging with us. So I think that continuing to push beyond what has worked and say, all right, how do we take it in this other direction? And now that we have this lore and we have these characters, it gives us the ability to tell a lot of different stories with them, and potentially bring new characters in, because now the fans are really excited when a new character shows up. They're like, oh, how is this going to fit into the whole thing? And so I think that allows us sort of a lot of pathways to play with.
And how do you think about the different social channels? A lot of TikTok, obviously, but now YouTube, X, Instagram. Are those specific choices that you are making as opposed to going broad with it? Hey, I've got long form on YouTube. I could also do semi-long form on TikTok and Instagram and others.
Yeah, we do see that our audience is slightly different and responds to slightly different things across different platforms. So for a while we were just like cross posting everything, and that really helped us understand better like what really works for us on Instagram versus what really works for us on TikTok. I would say that on TikTok we lean more Gen Z, on Instagram we lean a little bit more millennial, and YouTube is going to be sort of a new thing for us. So I think that we do have slightly different approaches, even though we have the same like nuttiness always.
Well played pun there, nuttiness.
It's hard not to use all the time.
Yeah, I can only imagine. What would you like the audience to know if they want to lean into some of the things that you're doing or take some of the learnings? What would be a good takeaway?
Yeah, I think just committing to the bit. Like, we've been here and it's really nice to be recognized, but we could have given up a lot over the last 3 years just based on the content being a little bit on the riskier side. So commit to the bit, listen to your audience, and you'll see success. It doesn't come right away, but when it does, it feels really good.
And I think on that committing to the bit, I think honestly that was a real key to the virality working when it did, because essentially how this started was a micro influencer found our page and was like, "What is this?" And she just made a reaction video of herself and was like, "Guys, have you seen the Nutter Butter page? What is? Are you guys good? Nutter Butter, are you okay?" And that started a huge flood of people like going to the page and then making their own reaction videos. And so I think that one of the keys though was that when they went, it wasn't one post, it wasn't one video, it wasn't a campaign. As Caitlin said, we've been committed to this bit for a long time, and that incentivized people to go back through our archives. Like, that's one of the reasons that we've gotten to 250 million views on our videos, is that people would open one and they were like, "What is this?" And then they'd open another. And then I've talked to so many friends who are like, "I spent 3 hours on Nutter Butter's TikTok last night just trying to like go back and watch it all and understand it all." So I think that commitment is actually quite important, and I think everybody sort of has to find their own way in. Like, we've seen what we're thinking of as some loving tributes from some other brands recently. Dunkin', Wendy's, a couple of others have like gotten in on the trend a little bit. Crocs, but we sort of think of this, for us at least, less as a trend and more as a continued co-creation with that audience.
Yeah, so other brands are now getting into your slipstream and
Yes.
getting brand equity from your work, which I'm sure you love. It's actually really cool.
We do believe that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and I think that we're okay with it for right now, because like I don't think that Dunkin' can do what we do or should do what we do. I mean, that's the thing, is that I do think that this brand has carved out a very unique voice that it's kind of fun to see it referenced by other brands in the culture and see people getting it. Like, a Wendy's ad and people being like, "Oh my God, they're doing Nutter Butter." And, that's like very gratifying for us. So
That's when you know you're in the cultural mainstream.
exactly.
Yeah, so I'm going to put the BI team on the spot here at some point during the day. I think showing these maybe in between breaks would be super, super cool. So if you haven't clicked on the links or gone to TikTok or looked at these videos, it will all make sense. This panel will make sense once you do. I know we're just about out of time. Are there any questions from the audience? Obviously, some amazing brand work here. You.
I'll take the how did we sell this at the chain? We were very quiet, is what we did. So I think one of the things that is nice about Nutter Butter and sort of the role that it plays in Mondelez is that it doesn't have as many eyes on it, and from the beginning, when it went on TikTok, it was sort of seen as like a brand that could be experimented with a little bit, and that we could learn from for some of the bigger brands that we are more precious about, basically. So I think that from the beginning, we had a little bit more permission to push some boundaries, to push the envelope, to try to basically to try to find some boundaries that other brands should not cross. So I think that that was part of it. And then, this recent virality has been much bigger than other things, but we've gone viral several times. And so I think when we were able to show metrics to leadership to say, like, look, we're winning compared to our peer set, both in the company and outside of the company. Let us keep going with this. They were like, we don't get this, but it's working, so we're going to trust you. And so that was something that I feel like we got more buy-in over time and gradual buy-in. Although the number of times that Caitlin has been like, am I going to get fired? I'm like, no, if anyone's getting fired, it's me. You're fine. So I think, but I think that having that brief from leadership from the beginning to be experimental, that really gave us some room to run. Yeah.
And I think on that note, we probably need to wrap. So thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Palmer. What I heard, the key takeaway is ask forgiveness, not permission.
True.
Thank you.